Corridors of Time, a classic. Welcome to a brand new stream. Hey, Ribbons. Hey, Nick. All good. Working while you're cleaning dishes and stuff. Anyways, yeah. I mean, truth is, reality. I want to play Chrono Cross, but certain things about Chrono Cross are better when you have the context of Chrono Trigger first. So we'll play Chrono Trigger first. Another exceptional game. Yeah. Uh, get into it. But I hope everyone's had a splendid day. My day was not too bad. On the weekends, I open, so I always have to be awake at like 4 in the morning. And because I'm dumb and can't help myself, I always stay up till midnight anyway, so I only get like 4 hours of sleep. Is it easy to tell that Akira Toriyama did all the art for this game? Yes, we are playing the PS1 version of it because I like, even though the load times, because it's from a CD, are a little abysmal. It has all these animated cutscenes, and I really enjoy it. Ah, hell yeah, there he is. I will be pretty much doing all the content in this game, but I'll only be I'll just be getting the one like best ending pretty much. Dude, I thought was awesome in this game. Vegas. They did not have to go as hard as they did when making these, like, animated things for this game. Because 90% of what you see here is just here in the intro. And there's, like, one or two things. I mean, there's obviously cinematics in the game, in-game as well. But a lot of what you just saw was just, like, basically fluff promotional stuff. It was awesome, but it exists to attract you to it. Sure. Already. Those load times. Yeah! Alright. Start. Should we name the characters, or should we just let them be the names that they are? Active time battle. I ain't got time to wait. Yeah, the hell with it. We'll just leave their names as. The only thing renaming them would do is give me a chance to give me more opportunities to give in to the urge to name them stuff like Gamph, Roomp, other weird shit. Because I can't help myself. Sickness. I'm sick! No one can help me! No one can stop me. Chrono? Chrono! Good morning, Chrono. Come on, sleepyhead. Get up! Ah, Lean's bell makes such beautiful music. We're so excited about the Millennial Fair that you didn't sleep well, did you? I want you to go behave yourself today. Let's get moving, now! Ah, I'm awake. First things first, I'm antisocial, so I don't want the sun to come in. Finally, by the way, that inventor friend of yours, you know, oh, dear, I've forgotten her name. Starting off the game in darkness, right? You know I hate the light. That's right, Lucca. Don't forget that she invited you to see her new invention. Run along now and be back before dinner. Hi, Keat. Kitty. Almost forgot. Here's your allowance, dear. Have fun at the fair. 200 gold. Yeah! Hold on a second. Okay, yeah. So, there's 0 ounces of cat food in the cat bowl. Our poor kitty, he's going to starve! God, it's been forever since I played this game. Hang on. We, explore around and remember all this. Okay. Hard to believe King Guardia is now 1,000 years old, or... not King Guardia! Hard to believe Guardia is now 1,000 years old, and our king is the 33rd descendant to the throne. How can he rule a kingdom when he can't even control his own daughter? Good King Guardia, he's 1,000 years old! They said there wouldn't be a problem putting a vampire in power, but now he remains. That brat Lucca says she's made the discovery of a lifetime. Okay. So happy I could scream! Ah! I was just assuming that they were gonna back up their claims. Gonna talk the talk, you fucking walk the walk. Visitor stall in Lean Square. Juice in. Been to the fair yet? Uh, uh, yes. Wasn't that a trip? I spent all my silver points at the Tent of Horrors. Yeah, at the Tent of Horrors. Right. I've been there. Come on in. Take your bloody time. I'd rather serve you than go to the fair anyways. Oh, I'm sorry. That last line was supposed to be more sarcastic. I'd rather serve you than go to the fair anyways. Are you buying? Oh, I just got my allowance today. You can't have it. Box has been in the family for generations. Open it and you may have what's inside. By a mysterious force. Remember the earthquake we just had? Yeah. Yeah, what? Of course. Get earthquakes all the time. Of course I remember that. Too many. Something's wrong. Hope the big one isn't coming. El Grande Crackerino. Okay. Mayor's Manor. Oh, this is where you can learn about a whole bunch of stuff. Or we can just steal all the free items. This is tutorial house. I'm just taking I'm just taking a potion and your money. Big oh You're off somewhere off in the distance. Big oh! Oh time! And you just see a giant tsunami wave crest as it starts coming towards the shore. Ah yes, JRPGs steal everything. Hope you don't mind. What's yours is mine. I don't know. I seem to be in a good mood, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's the game or just I'm having a real chill, nice day. Work was alright. Probably is the game, honestly. And sometimes I guess I could go talk to her mom. Confined to a chair, so... the medieval world of Guardia. With a sad lack of wheelchairs. So their mom, poor Laura, is just kind of stuck in this chair. Larman blessed us all. You know what? That may have been what did it today. I woke up, poked on Discord, and saw all and saw everything that was happening. And I just oh. Oh hi, Chrono. Look as Hoffed leads square with her father, Tabin. Unveiling her new invention. I'm just here, woefully bereft of any way to move around a disabled person. Wish Lucca would build a motorized wheelchair instead of, you know, robots, dimension spanning machines, that sort of thing. It's just fleshy and great so deep down, he enjoys playing the straight man. Also, his girlfriend, Eldora, is a wonderfully silly, goofy person who bombards him with this sort of stuff all the time as well. Also, he may have been made aware of that photo because I may have showed Eldora it. Alright, no, yeah. Yeah, I think that whole... I think that whole thing is my fault. I want to go to the festival too. Grandpa and Grandma went to the 1000th anniversary in Truth. We're keeping an eye on everything here. So, the upper area is the country of Truce, which is pretty well off, kingdom and everything. This is the country of Poor, a country appropriately named because they are very poor. Except for the mayor, who's actually very rich. Person I hate most, my dad, of course. Dad loves money more than he loves me. Ah! I run this town! And I'm so rich I don't know what to do with it all! Give you 10 gold if you act like a chicken. I don't kowtow to you. Maureen! Children are slipping away from us. It's so sad. I don't need your 10 gold because I'm taking your shelter. Oh, it says Daddy's greedy. They're lying, right? No comment. Poor is a very, I want to say, interesting country. Given kind of the whole country itself, as well as its mayor, goes through some kind of character growth. And then the Kingdom of Poor itself does something rather odd after the events of this game. Go visit the festival! Woo! We can go to the Tent of Horrors. The Millennium Fair! Have fun! Huh. Lucca and her dad have made another crazy invention. Hope it doesn't blow up like all the others. Lean Squared, they say people who hear Lean's bell ring will have interesting and happy lives. This is just an item shop, I think. Yeah, just standard items. What do you do? Another item shop. Oh, okay, I see what you're selling. Basic equipment. Nice. Nice. Press the X button while facing the bell. Judge your distance carefully and press the circle button. Ding! Impressive, I'll put 1 silver point on your card. It's such a classic, iconic song. It's like, yeah, most of the songs in this game are just like instantly recognizable and memorable. It's been through a lot, like the war against Magus 400 years ago. Thank goodness things are so peaceful now. Race is on, be quiet and watch. Sure. Did you know that you can affect this race slightly? Last round's winner, Steel Runner. Guess the winner? Sure. It's Cadillac. Okay. So, if you just kind of, like, mesh your sprite in with theirs, it kind of slows them down. Problem is, fucking Alien is so fast. Come on, cat! Oh, I think he did it! you can kind of cheat and sort of help spur the victor. That's great, I'll put 20 silver points on your card. I mean, if you pick one that's just too slow, there's really no fixing that. But Cadillac is usually pretty big. Also, this guy gives predictions that you can try to follow, but it's not guaranteed, obviously. For now, intent of horrors. Spend your 21 silver points here. Parental discretion advised. Welcome to Norstein Beckler's lab. The spine-tingling show is about to start. How many silver points would you like to pay? Let's just do the 10.1. I'm Vix. I'm Wedge. I'm Piet. Find Vix. Think Vix is over here, right? I'm Vix. Is it that obvious? Yeah. Got a Poyozo doll for our room. Let's enjoy the festival some more. Big deal. So what if we won a war against a wizard hundreds of years ago? Wow, this is all so cool. Oh, is that Lean's belt? Ah! Hey! Ouch, that hurt. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Oh, my pendant. Hey, are you alright? Oh no, don't tell me I lost it. Is it right here, right? Oh, thank goodness, my pendant. Has a lot of sentimental value. May I have it back? Yes. I came to see the festival. You live in this town, don't you? I feel a little out of place here. Do you mind if I walked around with you for a while? No. Come on, I don't know anyone around here, please. Alright, you can follow me around. You're a true gentleman. But thou must. By the way, my name is, I just name her Nadia? Nah, we'll let her keep her mystery and whimsy. Marl. That's what name. That's a girl name, right? Call me Marl. Haha. Sorry to all the Marls out there. And you're? I also don't have a normal boy's name. My name is Chrono. Chrono, what a nice name. Pleased to meet you. Now lead on. Where's my cat? Right, the cat. It's totally soda guzzling contest. Press the X button as fast as you can. Let's see if I'm still half the masher I was when I was a kid. Come on. Damn! Honestly, about the what I could normally do when I was a kid. You're awfully competitive, aren't you, Chrono? We'll come back to this. Prehistoric dance, how enchanting. Yeah, let's dance. Jurassic rhythm. Alright. My mouth's out of the way. Okay, you're on. Ah! Yes! Oh, got it! What are you talking about? I'm not competitive. Lady her cat back. Not gonna lie, this song slaps you. The cat cornered me! Shoot, okay. Forgot that the cat represents a solid block object when it's following you. Come on, kitty. Come on, kitty. Found you your cat. Got my cat back. Thank you. I am sweet. say that such a serious deadpan voice. I am sweet, aren't I? I am sweet. Look at the way I've wedged this old guy into the festival. Hey, you got a problem? Talk, I'm just sitting down for my lunch. Well, you enjoy your lunch, sir. I won't be partaking in it, even though it's fun-free healing. Okay. Midnight Ray Blaze the elderly. Hey! Would never. Oh. That's fine, he's just sitting down for his lunch. Here we go. Oh, right. X. They call me Gato. I have metal joints. Beat me up and earn 15 silver points. Begin! Ow. Yeah! Aw, crit. Nice. And then he counters Chrono anyways. Look at what you're gonna make me do. And then just turns around and slaps Chrono again. I think that does it. Yeah! 10 EXP. 1 tech point. I lost. You won. Here's 15 points now. Wasn't that fun? Or his little Pokeball stomach. And the game being... We all know what happens if I eat that food. He'll remember. We'll eat it, and then a little Telltale Games pop-up will happen in the corner. The hungry old man will remember that. And it comes back to haunt us. But anyways, we need to come down here and talk to, another. Heard this guy pays big bucks for charms, weapons, pendants, and other rarities. This guy. Buy something from Melchior the swordsmith? Sure. So there have been playthroughs where I've taken the time in different ways. There's a guy in this festival who will buy, what was it? Like 20 silver points for like 50 gold or something like that. Oh, I'll have to recheck that real quick. But I've also just gone to the forest and grinded out the money. I've done it 2 separate ways. By the way, could you talk that young lady into selling her pendant? No. No, I refuse. But, it takes a while. It's helpful. 31 silver points. Want to exchange 10 silver points for 50 gold? No. You can just grind out silver points and get that converted into cash that way. Or you can do it the good old-fashioned way and go to the forest. Okay. I gotta go get free healing at my own house. That old man's lunch is very tempting. Also, we have this. Yeah, I forgot. It's a music box. Yeah, let's go to the forest real quick. Actually, before that, let's save, then go into the forest. I haven't actually bought any equipment, and I don't know if anything in here will actually fucking kill me yet. I can't remember. Okay, now let's go back into the forest. Let's go into the woods. What could possibly go wrong? Found a power tab. That power tab. Here, Chrono. Can eat up. Look at these mushrooms. Oh my god, they were monsters. Itake's. He takes. He'll be taking an ass whooping is what he'll be taking. Imagine being a child playing this game, because I was a child and I did play this game. Not knowing how you're supposed to pronounce those. Roly-poly. Little turtle bug things. Like, I haven't even upgraded from the wooden sword yet. Chrono leveled up. He learned Cyclone. I remember Cyclone. Go fight these other mushrooms. Cyclone. Ow. Ow. Ah! Got him. Ah, nice. Arl learned Aura. Aura. Get Heelys. Bugs. Please, Chrono. He thinks everything is so funny. He's doing the Titus laugh. Please, Chrono, you're scaring the children. Somehow in his madness, he still remembers who the enemies are. Okay. Go fight some more mushrooms. Yeah. The load sword is, if you grind it out here in the forest to get enough money to afford the load sword, it would take several hours. And by the end of it, you would be about level 8. with a weapon that'll pretty much serve you through the first 2 areas of the game before the game just actually gives you a free copy of that sword. And while it is beneficial to have it, this game's not that hard. You don't need that kind of boost. You look like a game. Hey, Rise! Who's there? Come on, let's check out the fair. Pretty good. We just started. How have you been, Rise? What's up, man? Fight our way out of the fort. It is an exceptionally great game. And I love it quite a bit, too. And so, lots of work and stuff to think about. I feel you on the lots of work stuff, though. Am I playing the PS1 version? Yes. Which means, animated cutscenes at the price of, slightly abysmal loading times. Yeah, it's pretty noticeable. Truthfully, as someone who's beaten this, specifically the PS1 version, many times over, it's very much whatever to me. PC version would probably be the best one if it wasn't so buggy. Maybe it was. But the PC version's basically the mobile port, isn't it? The mobile port that they added the DS extras into. Which, if I'm being honest, I don't really care about the DS extras. Like, that extra... I played through the DS one, and I tried to do, the extra dungeon and stuff afterwards. And it was just... oh... much tedium. You go to the secret dungeon in the one time period, and someone there is like, hey, I need this. And the only way to get that is in the secret dungeon in the other time period. So you have to leave, hop in your ship, go back in time, go to through the portal to that other secret dungeon, go talk to the person, get the thing you need, leave the dungeon, go back to your ship, travel back to the other time. It was... I didn't enjoy it. They updated it well over the years. Again, for me, very buggy. A lot of issues with the font in some places. And shift fix. Nice. Okay, go back to the carnival. I want to earn enough silver points and see if I can get the doll early. That seems... I'll probably prefer the SNES version. Yeah, Yeah, I get you there. I don't have the SNES version, though. I have PS1 version. Okay, so need to buy myself equipment. I have enough money to get. Wait, I have. Actually, you know what? We will put a pin in getting any armor for now. We'll instead just get Chrono his upgraded sword. Yeah, there we go. That's so much better. I live on the continent to the east. Come see me sometime. Yeah, I forgot. He asks you that every time. No! No, I won't try to convince her to give you her pendant. Stop it! How many silver points do I have? Silver point 31. I need 40 in order to engage in the second level. Like to see if I could I'm gonna give it a one shot. I'm gonna go for trying to get the Chrono clone doll early on. This is a very tough thing to do. It's one tick. Yeah, you beat me here. Let me just quickly punch you with 15 silver points. Ah! The revenge of the old man. He was holding me in place that time. Go back to Noenstein Beckler's fine tinkling experience. Welcome to Noenstein Beckler's lab. The spine tingling show is about to start. Silver points would you like to pay? The 40. Mimic what you see. Oh, this is the one that's the doll. Left arm, right arm, laugh. I go quiet. It's gonna require focus. Nice! I did it! First try! Fuck yeah! Now the clone will just be at my house. Hells yeah. Now let's see if we can get the 80 point prize. That honestly didn't seem so hard when I actually focused on it. the number of times I've played through this game, and like how many times I've failed at that, has always led me to believe that that's really hard. Color is also a bit different on the PC version. Mobile and DS for 2. I don't know. Are you in similar Discords? Yeah, I'm in B's Discord. I mean, also, Rice. Want? I have my very own Discord. You could, join the community. Only if you want to, though. Tend to be somewhat cursed goofballs, though, there. Nice, yes! Robotocracy grows stronger! Mars, Shads, and Z, yeah. They are pretty big goofballs. Yes. Much like Pokemon, I have now caught another one of you. And added you to my collection of friends. Do I play Cross at all? Actually, funny thing, I am playing Chrono Trigger because I actually wanted to stream Chrono Cross, but I felt like the context of the events in Chrono Trigger would be good for people to understand first. So I'm playing through Chrono Trigger first. Truth be told, Rise, and you may find this to be blasphemy, I don't know, but even though I think Chrono Trigger is an amazing game, it's probably the better of the two between Trigger and Cross. I actually kind of like Cross more. Oh! Nice! Blasphemers. Yes! Yes! I would never try to downplay how good of a game Chrono Trigger is. But I will say that, like, there's just something about Chrono Cross that I love so much, and it's really hard for me to describe what that is. Yeah, that's a pretty apt statement. I'm actually with you on that, Rise. Both leveled up. Why am I wasting Onyx? Marl has aura. How many silver points? Gotten almost all the prizes we... Cross has some great music tracks too. Yeah, the music in Cross is not as memorable as it is in Trigger, but it is a very unique blend. That's just... It's... Even though it's not memorable, it is still really, really awesome music. It's music you remember when you hear it. Ow. Do you think it's funny that Gato just refuses to hit a lady? Chrono attacks me, counterattack, hit Chrono back. Marl hits me, counterattack, hit Chrono instead. Okay, now we can try this. And once we do this, we will finally move on. Cross's battle theme gets on your nerves. I think I can understand that. Boss theme is great though, yeah. And no one's seen Beckla's lab. Okay. See if I can do. Monsters are closing in. Throw your pack against them and push them back into the cage. A hostage will be lowered into the flames. To save the day, you must hit the blue light to raise the rope. Eat all the monsters before the hostage's goose is cooked. No. Shit. Okay. That didn't work out so well. This festival will be here for a while. We'll come back and try again later. Ow. I hate fairs! Say, do you know the latest gossip? No. Between us, I heard the king is distressed over his tomboy of a daughter. But I'd like to see how wild she really is. Okay, let's go up here. Hold your horses! I want to get some candy! Okay. So normally, you have to wait here till she gets her candy. But let's see if I can pull off a speed running trick to skip this part. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. Shit. Okay. Never mind. I think... Wait. Was in the Super Nintendo version, was she on the other side? Hang on, I have to see something here. Oh no, you know what? I fucked up the entire thing. I screwed it up by... I fucked it up. I fucked the whole thing up. Oh. Oh, I see the difference photo you posted, Rise. Oh, in the iOS version, they smoothed out the pixels. And in the DS port, they kind of darkened the palette a bit. Interesting. Not gonna lie, I don't like it when they smooth out my crunchy pixels. The character is a bit wider too. Yeah, he kind of looks like it. So, in order to do the speedrun trick, I would have had to... I fucked it up from the very beginning by even letting it get this far. By the time I was trying to explain that I was gonna do it, I had already failed. You're supposed to kind of walk into the old lady there, and then kind of up and to the left around her, and while like pushing against her while you do that, there's a chance you may skip the trigger plate that causes Marl to want to get cotton candy. So I goofed it. Also, I had her call me a kidnapper, so that's one point against me. I've been a good boy everywhere else. So... Hey, step right on up! Any of you who have the time and the courage. A super dimension warp is the invention of the century. To use it, jump up here. Thanks for the 5 failure bits, guys. And you'll get teleported here. The masterwork of my beautiful daughter, Lucca. Check out that girl's glasses. Hey, she could probably see the backside of the moon with those. Alright. Enjoy your lyric, Rice. Thanks for being here, man. Lucca's inventions never work right. Hey, give it a try, kid. Oh, it's you, Chrono. Chrono? Where have you been? No one wants to try the telepod. How about you? It looks like fun. I'll watch while you try it out. Hop on into the left pod. Oh, by the way, Chrono, since you're already locked in there, this machine will basically tear you apart down to your base molecules and put you back together over here. You're basically going to die 1,000 deaths and then reappear on the other side as someone who looks like you and has your memories, but it won't be you anymore. An energy transfer. Ah! Oh wow, that was great! I don't feel like me anymore. What have you done to me? How was it? Want to try it again? I think something went wrong. Everything tastes like cheese now. Chrono just wants to be a good friend, even if it means death, right? What a kick! I want to try it too! Huh? Hey Chrono, how did you pick up a cutie like her? Hang on, Chrono, I'll be right there! Hey, behold, ladies and gentlemen, as this vision of loveliness steps aboard the machine. Go away, I'll be right back! You're sure about this? There's still time to change your mind. No way! Throw the switch! Okay, everyone, let's give her a great big hand when she reappears. All systems on. Begin energy transfer. What's happening? My pendant, it's... Huh? Well, bye, Marl. Look, where is she? Hey, show's over, folks. Let's head along now. She's fine, right? We're so good magicians. The problem is, we're not so good about remembering how to bring people back once we make them disappear. What's going on, Lucca? Where is she? When she disappeared. It couldn't have been the telepod. Co-op fields seem to be affected by our pendant. What are we gonna do now? She's so familiar. I know I've seen her somewhere. What are we gonna do now? Right. Oh, hey. She dropped her pendant. Maybe I'll just standing silently. Hey guys, I found her pendant. Everyone just kind of misunderstands what's going on. You're actually gonna do it? What a fine lad! And Chrono's just like pointing at the pendant like, I found it. But he's mute. Listen, I don't know where this machine is going to send you. But we haven't any other choice. Chrono starts looking really worried and like shaking his head. Won't they both be lost? It's our only hope. That pendant seems to be the key, so hang on to it, Chrono. Brace yourself. All systems on. Begin energy transfer. Power to full. Roger. Oh, give me more power. Roger. There, we did it. He's just screaming silently in the void. Lucca's like, Godspeed, brave adventurer. I'll follow you after I know what went wrong. Good luck, Chrono. Hey, you think you'll be okay? Every one of my molecules screams out in pain. Yeah, he's got a sword. He'll be fine, I'm sure. Well, I mean, he landed on his feet, so he can't be that bad off. Oh no! Goblins! Where'd all these goblins come from? I'm sorry. Blue imps. It's just like, hey, we're the Blue Imp Party, and welcome! As Chrono's just like... and just cuts one of them in half immediately. They're like, Jesus, he's a monster, stop him! The moment he's in unfamiliar territory, he just goes fucking feral. Hey, that's the guy that cut up Billy, Jimmy, and Paul. Stop it, Brad! Why are you doing this? Ah! Chrono, stop. These are peaceful blue imps. They mean you no harm. Got a power glove. So bad. And did I do again? Speed? How are we want? Like, look at these guys. Yes. What vicious monsters they are. I guess the roly-poly is alive. Hey, you guys shouldn't be kicking that around. But I guess it was having fun because it decided to fight me too. Like, hey, we were playing Rolly in the middle, and I'm the Rolly. Okay. Welcome. Chrono the bad guy. Oh no. Where am I? Are you stupid? This is the Kingdom of Guardia. We're battling Magus's army. Are we the baddies? Of course I knew. Shut your pie hole. Millennial Fair? What? Are you crazy? What nonsense? What a relief. They finally found Queen Lean wandering up in the mountains. Must be glad to be home. Everyone was worried. The king freaked out when the queen took off. I thought Magus had grabbed her. Thank goodness she's safe. His army destroyed Zenin Bridge, so the South Continent is inaccessible. Oh, hey there, Toma. Hey, are you a stranger here too? I'm Toma the Explorer. You're by and I'll tell you a story. How about it? Sure. I'll always buy around for Toma. Hey, thanks. It's about the missing queen. She disappeared while visiting the cathedral to the west and... Beg your pardon, what? They found her? Never mind. Oh, no. Chrono's the good guy. Those imps came right at her. He had to defend himself. Hey, I'm Banta the blacksmith. I'm forging a bell for the king to present to his beloved Queen Lean. I lost it when the queen disappeared. I just couldn't keep working on the bell, but now it's back to business as usual. My husband wants a daughter who is as intelligent as she is beautiful. I just realized that Banta is an anagram for Tabin. So. Stop in at the market. You're going to fight Magus' army? Wonderful, but remember to equip yourself with the weapons you buy. No window shoppers, what do you want? Iron Blade, which I already have. Gun. Oh, okay, so they sell the same equipment here as I could have gotten back in the present. But I don't have to buy as many now! Thanks, see ya! Presidents. Been at war for years. When will it end? Millennial Fair? Here? What are you talking about? It's the year 600 and the 21st King of Guardia reigns. Now we know we're 400 years in the past. Bridge is being fixed because Magus' army trashed it. But until Sir Cyrus returns, we'll fight Magus' army tooth and nail. Ah, Sir Cyrus. Foods. Foods. Okay, this guy is definitely just ambushing me. I should have chosen Cyclone. Oh well. Ow. I don't know. It's a little bit of like a morality thing if you just like think about, a fight started and I struck first. But was it really actually a fight until I struck first? Kind of one of the reasons I, another power tab, yay. One of the things I really enjoy about, like, battle RP and, like, D&D is just banter with your opponents. Because sometimes you can... I mean, if they're, like, sentient and capable of the same kind of, like, language that you're able to, you can do stuff like kind of strike a nerve by saying something to them, or intimidate them. Or sometimes you can de-escalate a fight if you say the right things. Like when a door mimic tried to eat one of my characters, and instead of just chopping it down and turning that door mimic into mulch, The rest of the party, while it was still trying to eat me, talked it down, befriended it, and then named it after my character! Named it after the person that I tried to eat! Like, my very first D&D character was a fighter named Kazdor. And, in the second one-shot that I was ever in, that was, hosted by Marlon. We ended up fighting, or we were going around through a dungeon, and we were presented with some doors, and I tried to open one, but when I touched the handle, my hand stuck to it. We're all West Coasters, right? The majority of us are. I think Marlon recently moved. I forget if he's still on the East Coast or not. Or on the West Coast. But yeah, wait, no, I managed to pry my hand away. Now I remember. But it licked me. It tasted me! And, so, the halfling wild mage of our group, I think, talked to it and managed to persuade it to let us walk through it unharmed. But my guy was already on edge about this because it tasted him, was hungry. And so, he said something to try to intimidate the door before he walked through it. I rolled a 2, and charisma was my dump stat, so it was actually a 1. And as I warily walked forward holding my big old sword out in front of me, the mimic door clamped down on my arm. So it was just me on one side, with the door biting on my arm, and my hand clutching the sword on the other, screaming about how we needed to fucking kill it. And, I think that was a game that Nick was actually playing, and he was playing Giorgio, the Herodgon Barbarian, and he was going to destroy it. But Kim, who was playing a half-orc cleric, if I remember right, and another girl named Ella Wren, who was playing a halfling wild mage, talked to it and convinced it to let me go. And then they convinced it to be our friend. And what did they name the blasted thing? They named it Kazdor Nibbler, Bane of Kazdor, and insisted that it would grow on me, and I would become friends with it. So, for the rest of that one shot, my character is just kind of salty about it. But, because it's not trying to eat him anymore, and in fact, it's trying to be friendly with him, he has sort of a begrudging respect for the mimic that is now loyal to them. and doesn't, much as he hates the fact that the door tried to eat him, he doesn't want to see any harm come to the Mimic. But he would rather they had not named the thing after him. Check out that hair. Where are you from, son? You one of Magus's troopers? Hardly. This kid would never have made the cut. Show us your stamp collection, son. Haha, now beat it, shrimp. Stop that at once. Queen Lead. Show your manners. This is a friend of mine. But there's something odd about him. He's weird. He looks like an anime protagonist, and he never says a single word. He just stares at us with this empty, void expression. And it's making me uneasy. Forgive me, my lady. Please enter, sir. Yeah, that was the other funny thing, though. Fucking... nobody can ever remember my character's name. Normally. It was a running joke that started in the first one-shot that I was in. Where, well, I mean, his name is Kazdor, but that first one-shot went for like 6 or 7 hours because we were having so much fun that it just kind of lost track of time. And towards the end, people kept calling him, like, Krasgor, and, like, Kazdon, Carlton. I'm like, shit, what was your character's name? I'm like, it's Kazdor. And they're like, oh god, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, it's funny. And it just became this running joke that character's name was anything that started with a C that wasn't actually his name. That's why sometimes you'll catch this guy, oh man, he was awesome. God, Cream Corn, I wish he would come back. Dude, remember when Carlton did that one thing? I sure remembered his name when they were naming a mimic after him. Well, if only Sir Cyrus were here. Heard of him, haven't you? Yeah. If he were here, the whole mess with the Queen would never have happened. Long ago, a beast called Yakra lurked in the western forest. But after the cathedral was built, Yakra disappeared. We're thankful. See, again, because that was also the same one-shot that, Giorgio was in. He's out there. Carpathian is somewhere out there in the world. Thin Bridge is our last defense. We must guard it with our lives. Actually, I imagine he's probably still in the Kingdom of Lucide. Yeah. So, in the first one-shot that we did, Marlon sacrificed his... Marlon's character sacrificed himself at the end to basically bring an end to this cult's evil ritual. And then he made a... he did his own one-shot that was a sequel to that first one. That was a not-so-subtle attempt to create a scenario in which his character could come back to life in that world. But he wasn't going to force anything to happen. It was just more a matter of he was going to set the scene. And if that's what happened, that's what happened. And because he was the DM now, he actually had Nick became a player. And Nick decided he would play Giorgio, the lovable, kind, Paragon barbarian. He was very... He's not too far off from Cristiano, honestly. Where he's very, like... He comes off in, like, his normal form. He comes off very, like, meek and kind of shy. But then, when he gets mad, and he and rages, he just becomes like he becomes like just a whole, almost like a whole nother character. Like he buffs up and just like kind of, he basically just like becomes Hulk guy. He's like his confidence goes through the roof. It's like he's an entirely different character, pretty much. To the point where, like, normally he's trying to stay in the back and kind of, like, uses his ears sometimes just to cover his eyes because he might be slightly afraid of anything. Whereas, when he hulks out, he ended up lifting my character slightly up off the floor because he thought that I might have been insisting that his character couldn't beat a bunch of dwarves in a drinking contest. It's like, Giorgio, I'm sorry. That's my feet are dangling off the ground. I'm like, can you put me down? Can you put me down, guy? And Nick gave him the very, like, very cheesy, stereotypical, like, Mario Italian accent. It's me, Giorgio! Yeah! He's part of the Sugartooth clan, which is, basically a clan that Paragons full of characters that have been played by both Nick and Katie at different points. What do you want? Get out of my face! Chancellor's gone crazy, but I don't believe it. Chancellor's a decent man. Why, he goes to the cathedral every day. Bronze mail. But yeah, fun fact. So, a while ago in a some shot that Eldora did, where I got to play Party Crasher Simon Belmont, basically, I made him a barbarian and kind of was inspired by Nick to do kind of the same kind of shtick. Where when I rage, I just kind of snap into a different personality. In this case, I gave my guy a fucking Macho Man Randy Savage persona. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, I'm the cream of the crop. I always rise to the top. And in fact, even though I was loaded for bear with, like a whip and a bunch of javelins and knives and holy water and all these other sub-weapons and projectiles and stuff that I had on me. When I went into that form, pretty much dropped all of that and just started wailing on things with my bare hands. For the most part. I tried to pick up an animated armor, but but it won a contest of strength against me, so I was grappled, so I headbutted it a bunch of times. And then once I broke free, I hopped back, I threw a knife into it, and I crit. So I said that the knife, like, dug itself into its chest. And then I ran forward and gave a flying drop kick to drive the dagger the rest of the way through it and out the back end of the robot. And then I fucking cleaved a robot in two by fucking clotheslining it when it was trying to run away, because it was... Well, I say robot, I mean, like, animated armors. I cleaved one in two by clotheslining it as it tried to run away. And then now, mind you, not for real, but Eldora got like so salty at me for the fact that she had this great big animated armor that was supposed to be like the piece de resistance of her like enemy encounter. It had been like basically trudging through this huge room with its like head grinding through the ceiling until it got to us. And then once it got in front of us, the front of its armor plating dropped forward to reveal a crystal, and then it shot us with basically like a fucking Pokemon Hyper Beam. And then after that, I guess, much like Hyper Beam, it needed to recharge. But while it did this, I asked Eldora, I'm like, so it's just standing there. She's like, yeah. I'm like, and its chest plate is open. And she's like, yes. And I'm like, oh, okay. Ivan's gonna crawl inside of it. And she's like, oh no, here we fucking go again. I'm like, oh, what did I say? It was something, I said something in like the Macho Man voice and I rhymed. Uh, oh, I was like, oh, giant statue made of gold. I'm about to do something very bold. It's like Ivan climbs inside of it. And I'm like, so this crystal, is it like spinning really fast or is it just kind of slowly like oscillating? And she's like, it's slowly oscillating. I'm like, okay, cool. So Kaiben's gonna grab it, and she's like, you're gonna touch it with your bare hands? I'm like, yes. She's like, she rolls some dice. She's like, you take this much lightning damage. I'm like, I don't care. I'm a barbarian. This is what we do. I made a mistake though, because I thought this is the first time I played a barbarian, so I thought barbarians were pretty much resistant to everything but psychic damage when they were raging, but I was playing the wrong type of barbarian for that. My barbarian should only have been resistant to any kind of physical damage. Any kind of magical or elemental damage, I should have been full damage. But when thinking about it, even if we had played it straight and that had been the case, because I messed up and I guess we just kind of rolled with it. I still would have survived that part. So I grab it and I take lightning damage, and then I brace my foot against the inside of the armor, And with all my might, I pull and I fucking dislodge the fucking the crystal and just take out her giant animated armor just like that. And then the armor collapsed on me, which I was fine because barbarian, so you take half damage. And and then, uh, the fight kept going because there was still like one or two animated armors left, and one of them ran up and got a crit on me, and you could hear the glee in her voice as she got to describe how she was basically getting payback on me for for doing that. She's like, it fucking double hammer swings and pretty much uh slams into your fucking collarbone, and you can feel your bones cracking. And if all the damage I'd been taking had been correctly calculated, I believe that blow would have just barely downed me. But then after that, that robot or that animated armor immediately got murked, and I would have been able to get picked right back up again. So it was it was a miscalculation because I didn't understand what kind of barbarian I was playing, but it ended up not even mattering. That's that's only only one of the reasons that both Eldora and Marlin uh fear Iben Belleron, psycho vampire hunter. The other reasons being, at least for Eldora, were that she kept setting up kind of contingencies. Because she's, as a DM, she is a very, like, you wouldn't think it from the fact that she's such a silly, like, memer that loves to torment Marlin. But when she's a DM, she is incredibly meticulous. She had all kinds of contingencies set up for various circumstances. Because she thought, there's light chance someone might do something, but you know, who would ever just throw a knife at a floating pumpkin at the beginning of just in the yard of the spooky manor before anything weird or anything antagonistic has even happened. Who who could who would possibly think to throw a knife at a drawer that's magically locked with an arcane lock that apparently had a fireball placed inside of it? Who who would be dumb enough to actually touch one of the suits of armor that are just sitting innocuously in this room that literally would have absolutely done nothing if no one had touched it? It was me. They were all me. I did all of those things. I wanted to show I wanted to show people my royal knife throwing skills, and I ended up splitting open a floating pumpkin and revealing some of the plot early and seeing a horribly mangled, because this was supposed to be like a horror mystery one shot. Seeing the mangled spirit of a woman who had been murdered, and her spirit had apparently been put inside of a pumpkin. Mind you, again, this was like an hour or so into the one shot before we had even stepped into the house, before anything even mysterious or weird had even happened yet. As for the animated armor thing, the reason I mean, we were in that room. We were in this basement room, and there were all these armors everywhere, and there were a bunch of doors. And I just thought, hey, I'm a barbarian. Let's do barbarian things. Maybe I'll pick up one of those armors and just throw it through a door. That'd make a statement to anything that's on the other side. That'd be fucking cool. That'd be rad as hell. Or like, and that would be a nice way to bust down a door that's probably locked. And so I checked the door, and I'm like, oh hey, it's like a, what kind of door is this? Is it just like a normal door? And Eldora's like, yeah, it's a normal door. Like, is it like locked or anything? There's no kind of puzzle for it. She's like, no, it's unlocked. I'm like, oh, okay, well, fine. And then, Marlon. See, this is Marlon's fault. We're gonna blame Marlon on this one. He teased me about it. He's like, oh, how sad. Just a normal door, huh? Well, let's... He's like, well, let's not even open the door normally anyways. Let's just, like, do something weird and tunnel in through the wall from the side. Because we can't open doors normally. And I'm like... Oh, Marlon. Make a good point. Actually, I was just like, you know what? You're right. You're right. I'm like, I'd go over to this armor and I'd pick it up. I'm going back to my first idea. And then I touch the armor and Eldora's like, the armor grabs you back. Everybody roll for initiative. And then I hear Marlon go, damn it, Kaiman! I have both of those clips somewhere. They bring me such joy. Because already earlier in the fucking... the one shot, we were investigating some stuff upstairs, and there was, yeah, okay, understand. This was even before Baldur's Gate 3 came out. I play largely martial classes. The only time I didn't was for the first part of a sum shot that we never finished, where I played a halfling warlock named Frankie Firestorm. Love that little guy. But I play guy who hit thing. I don't play magic classes. I don't know it. I didn't know anything about a lot of magic spells. So we come across a dresser that is locked. Not just like normally locked, but it seems to be magically locked. Now, Marlon, the wizard of our team, and AJ, the rogue of our team, are trying to discuss how to handle said drawer. AJ's like, well, I could try to pick the lock, but you know, that probably won't work if it's magically locked. Plus, I don't want to touch it if it has like a an arcane ward on it. Marlin's just like, yeah, well, I mean, if it has an arcane ward on it, I could dispel it, but I mean, I've already used a couple of spells to dispel some stuff already, and I really don't want to burn all of my spell slots on continuously dispelling things. Enter me, the barbarian in the background, hearing this conversation. And I think, and I mean, like, genuinely, I think to myself, so, like, AJ doesn't think that he can open it if it's a magical lock, but doesn't want to touch it to find out. Marlin doesn't want to spend the spell slots to keep identifying magic and, like, dispelling everything. So they're gonna sit here and talk about it. What if I saved Marlin's spell slots? What if I did a nice thing for him as a friend? So I decide I'll throw a dagger at it. I'm like, at best, the dagger clinks off of the dresser harmlessly because it's just a normal lock. At worst, it triggers whatever kind of warding magic is in there, and then it just blows back on me, right? That's all. I get hurt. Whatever. I'm a barbarian. I can take it. That's all cool. So I asked Eldora, I'm like, oh, hey, so how large is this room? She's like, oh, well, it's like, I think 15 by 15 foot. I'm like, and we're all kind of just hanging out against the far wall. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Throw a dagger at the drawer. She's like, okay. Roll to hit. I mean, it's the drawer, it's got low DC, so I easily hit it. And she's like, okay. Takes a bunch of dice and rolls it quietly, just... And then, after looking at her dice, she looks at us and she's like, everyone make a dexterity saving throw. The, warding magic on it had a fireball inside it. So we all had to roll dex saves. I rolled my dex save, and I made it. So I take half damage, no problem. I'm a big ball of HP. I can deal it. Don't shoot at magical wards. I know that now. But yeah, I make my save. I'm like, Ivan puts his arms in front of his face and just kind of weathers the storm. He's fine. He takes a little bit of damage. AJ, he's a rogue, so he has the skill Uncanny Dodge. So, even at worst, he will still only take half damage. But he rolls, makes his dex save. He takes no damage as he backflips out of the room. Marlin, the squishy little wizard. Marlin, the squishy little wizard that, unfortunately, was still inside the room, fails his dex save. And he takes all that fucking fireball damage. I think he took like 40. I think he took like 40 damage. Time for this lurker to head to bed. Alright, Rise. You have a good night, man. You too, Rise. You too. But I'm pretty sure, I think he took 40 damage. And thank you for the extra 5 bits. You're awesome, man. He's just... He's just... He's just so... He's so upset at me after that. He's just... He's just like... Why did you do that? I'm like, I was trying to save your spell's life. And he's just like, oh well. Get down there. I'm like, here, have a potion of superior healing, I think. I'm like, I feel bad. I feel bad about it. And the whole time while I'm trying to apologize to him, I'm also fucking cracking it up because it's just so funny. Yes. If you ever watched even a little bit of me and Rem played Baldur's Gate 3 together, the shit she gets upset at me for in that game. Yes. All of that. In this one shot. Kaiban Belron was an absolute fucking force of nature that could not be contained. He was a danger to all of his enemies and a few of his friends. Later on, there's the part where we're just walking around. We're still exploring the basement. Walk into this room, and she describes that there's a very tall, kind of slender, almost desiccated-looking man standing at the far back. And I'm like, this guy looks... In my head, I'm just like, this guy looks like a zombie or a fucking... Or a mummy or some shit. I'm like, I'm gonna get the drop on him. I'm like, I throw a dagger at him. And she's like, what? Wait, what? And I had... It probably shouldn't do normally in those kinds of circumstances. When you're in battle, you can declare attack and like roll for it. Mostly without the DM having to tell you to do so. But outside of battle, this is my bad. I goofed. But probably wait. If you're declaring attack, wait for the DM to tell you to roll to attack. Because I said, throw a dagger at him, and then I rolled, and she's like, wait, what? Did you already roll to attack? I'm like, yes. I missed. My dagger clinked harmlessly next to his head, and he was not, he did not become aggressive. He was not aggroed towards us. Turned out, though, that he was some kind of, like, priest of Ilmater who was working with the dark evil dude who was in charge of that place. And Marlon and them wanted to hear him out so that they could find out how we're supposed to move forward But I was struggling, man, because all I wanted to do was fucking let loose and like pile drive that guy through a table or something. But Kaiben had to hold it together. He had to bite his tongue and just fucking be cool. Eventually found out that the place we had to go was beyond a portal. A portal which didn't work without a sacrifice. And we did convince the guy to basically offer himself up as the sacrifice to help us get through that portal. That I was totally cool with, because fuck that guy. The more he talked, the more I just wanted to fucking spear him. And not like with an actual spear, but like pro wrestler move, just like lean down, run into him, and just slam my head and my shoulders into the middle of him. But yeah. God, that mystery horror one-shot was so much fun. It was so funny, too, because, like, my character was so the odd man out. And I almost would have felt bad about it, but Eldora was super about it. Because what characters do you bring into a mystery horror dinner party one-shot? I'll bring my sneaky noble rogue who does sanctioned burglaries, I guess? I'll play my warlock con man who's there to try to find an ancient like artifact that's perhaps held somewhere there. I think AJ's character was just attending the party, if I remember right. Or Marlon, he's like, I'm playing a wizard private eye, who's there to check up on the well-being of a certain client of mine. Or a relative of a client of mine. And then there was my guy. Fucking Ivan Belrond. The fucking absolute unit. A psychotic vampire hunter who is chasing the delusion that his wife was abducted by a vampire when she merely left him because he was always out adventuring, killing monsters, and never home. And he's deluded himself into thinking that a vampire kidnapped her, so he runs through the countryside, battling evil, hoping to one day find that vampire. Who we decided resembles Astarion. And that the more he talked about him, the more Kaiben slowly fell in love with the idea of this Astarion vampire stand-in. It was wild. Holy shit. Okay. Dark gun. Bronze helm. Oh, you're already wearing a karate gi. Nice. But yeah, you want to know why he was at the party? Because he's like, vampires like to pretend to be nobility, so, clearly this vampire would decide to be at a party for, a party for noble people. And that's where I'll catch him. So he tackled a mail carrier, stole an invitation for the party. That's why he was there. We want nothing but world peace. Or a piece of the world, teehee. I'd like to stick around for the organ recital. It's a real killer. People wouldn't know what to do with themselves in a truly peaceful world. Why, what delicious, delightful young-looking humans. Oh dear, it looks like you could use some food and a place to rest. What did you find? Hairpin. That's Guardia's royal crest! Saddest thing of all time is that game takes place in a completely separate, like, timeline and dimension. It doesn't take place in all. We'll never... Sadly, we'll never get to bump into Kaiben. Maybe that's a good thing. Yeah, when the stream is over, Ribbons, if you want, I could, it wouldn't be hard. I could track down the clips of my two favorite clips of me being Kaiben from the one shot. Yes. Too good. Too good. Also, I took a tie and wrapped it around my head to, as a bandana to signify that it was time to battle evil when I was playing Kaiben. Lower thine guard, and thou'rt allowing the enemy in. Thou art here to save the queen? The lair is deep within. Will thee accompany me? A frog? It's a talking frog! I hate frogs! My guise doth not incur thy trust. Very well, do as thee please, but I shall save the queen. Wait! You don't seem like a bad, person frog thing. I mean, what should we do? Take the frog with us. He seems awesome. Just have to handle it. I mean, deal with him. What's your name? Ah. Once upon a morrow, I did have a name of some renown, but you may call me Frog. feel like you're underprepared for Monday, but you're not really sure. Yeah, Monday will probably be the first, like, first real proper downtime session that we're going to have. So it'll just be a lot of us interacting with NPCs, interacting with each other, maybe doing some things. Don't really know what you're doing. You're doing fine, Riffhands. Honestly. But it's fine, there are 4 others. Right. Nice to meet you, Frog. Mayhap a hidden door lurks nigh. Let us search the environs. Believe me, I understand. I've been playing D&D for 2 years, and I still kind of, when, I still get, like, anxiety a little bit about just being like, oh man, I hope I play my character right. What if I do something that's actually not like them at all? What if I'm too, like, flat in 2D? Oh, everyone will notice But then I get in session and I just remember that, hey, we're just here having fun at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, pretty much like every D&D character you ever create will basically be in a part of yourself that's been exaggerated and turned into its own character, pretty much. At the end of the day. Like, Flynn is kind of a culmination of my love of, like, various badass stoic characters that I wish I could be, that also tend to have, like, complex, kind of tragic pasts. I play a character in a cyberpunk D&D campaign named Gareth. And he's basically kind of a representation of the part of me that wants to be fucking, like, that wants to be kind of cool, but I usually end up goofing it up instead. So he's just like the best way. He's a kid that grew up in a household that was very strict, but now that he's a kind of out and about, he's kind of finding himself. And part of that finding himself is thinking that he can be more badass than he actually is. And so he does things like buying a sickle somebody tells him is more of a farming implement than a weapon, and he's like, nah, it's fine. And he starts trying to, like, spin it around. That I fucking roll low because I always roll low for some reason with Gareth. And then he, like, cuts himself instead. Because he's just, like, he's actually kind of a clumsy goof. And he wants to be taken more seriously than that. And then they're like, are you sure that weapon's right for you? I'm like, it's tasted my blood, it knows me now. Or, like, Kaiban. He was, basically the unchecked chaos fuckery that I harbor deep inside of myself. That's basically, like, the bombastic, like, big O side of myself. Oh yeah, let's do this! My original character, Kazdor, was more just like... was very much the side of me that wants to try to help people. But, yo, being kind of a strong dummy that's just sort of a little limited to what you can do. But he's got a good heart. He's trying to fight for his friends. Then there's my boy Flement. Flement is a goblin cleric, and he is the most goodest boy goblin there ever was. He's such a fucking kind-hearted soul that really would rather not ever hurt somebody if he could help it. And that's very much like the sympathetic side of me that comes out when people aren't doing so well. Then there's Sarkin. Sarkin, the space rat. And he's, God, that's just more chaos. That's the chaos gremlin energy getting out that I channel through Sarkin. Here, you humans! Hiding the queen in the back, please rescue her. In this building, there's a room dedicated to Magus. Something about a treasure there. Oh man, I really want Starfinder to start up again at some point. Dude, I miss my beautiful rat son Sarkin. Ace pilot, the master engineer, the sometimes arsonist. Starfinder seems pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. So there is a D&D competitor called Pathfinder that you may know of. Apparently, Pathfinder is really like overly complex or some shit like that, or it's just like too many. There's too much going on in it. Get choice paralysis or some shit like that. I don't know. I've never played Pathfinder. That's just some of the things that like I think Nick says about it. He doesn't ever really care to deal with it ever again. Starfinder is still kind of based on Pathfinder, I guess, but it's toned down and simplified so that it's much easier to get the hang of it. And at the end of the day, it's still kind of so if you've ever played any of the old Fallout games, it's sort of like D&D, but when you level up, it feels like you're leveling up in Fallout, where instead of just leveling up, getting more health, yada yada yada, and sometimes getting a new feat or a new ability, which you still get. Every level up, you get skill points that you can put into your various skills, like computers, engineering, sense motive, which is kind of like perception, or no, like insight, their version of insight, like life science, which is kind of like medicine. And because you can put so many skill points into these different skill things, the DCs for things as you play through the game get a lot higher than they get in regular D&D. Because Sarkin might do a computers check, and he's really fucking smart. He's got a fucking cyborg brain and everything. And even if I roll a 10, I'm still going. My computer's check is still at least about a 24 or 25 because I have that many skill points into it and I'm proficient in it. But I roll high with Sarkin fucking all the time. Except in battle sometimes. Or except in battle a decent amount of the time. I challenged myself with Sarkin because I definitely have a type. I like playing big. I like playing beefy boys, beefy martial, like hit with big stick boys. So I've challenged myself a few times with some of the other characters I've created. Like Gareth. Gareth has a 10 in strength, so he basically has no real strength modifier. But he does have a lot of dexterity, which makes him, like, really, really fast and, makes him, like, very lithe, fast. It helps boost his AC. He's good at dexterity saving throws. Like, not only that, but something Marlon fucking makes fun of me for, and I just think it's hilarious. I think, what was it? Yeah, I, instead of just playing a normal human, I was kind of, told I could play a variant human, which is just, it's just a human that can start out with an extra feat or something like that, if I remember right. And so the feat I took, I figured because he's someone who grew up as kind of a rich family, they obviously care about his well-being, so I took the vaccinated feat. Gareth is vaccinated, which means that he gets advantage on Constitution saving throws to avoid being poisoned and such. Marlon likes to make fun of me for doing that, but it has come in handy so many times for Gareth. he has avoided being poisoned so many times. But yeah, back to Starfinder though. There's a whole bunch of different special races you can play as in that game. You can play as like psychic bugs, you can play as androids, you can play as like lizard people. You can play as basically people made of sunlight or some shit like that. You can play as normal humans. Our original crew was 4 people. It was me, Eldora, AJ, and then a 4th person named Caroline. And our team comp was, I was playing my lovely rat son, Socken the Yosoki. That's the name of their race, the Yosoki. And AJ was playing Tesmeret, the Vesk, basically a big buff lizard person. And Eldora was playing Lavender. Lavender, the android. If you do that. What else did I get just now? And then Leaf, or no, Caroline, they were also playing Leaf, another android. AJ is basically a commando, I believe. Basically big, tough, brawly guy. Sarkin is playing an engineer, which means I get to build stuff and maintain the ship and be really smart about everything. And I got the choice between making a controllable battle drone and making an exocortex, which is basically a robot brain. And so I went with the robot brain, and it gives me a cybernetic eye that I really like. That I really enjoy. I think Lavender is some kind of magical support class. I forget the names of all the some of the special classes in there. And Leaf was playing, what was it? A Xenodruid or something like that. She actually had magic power over plants and stuff, and really liked plants. Unfortunately, shortly after we got started, about 3 or 4 sessions in, life and school got in the way for Caroline, and they had to step out of both that game, and they were in our Kylos game as well, as they were playing a gnome wizard named Mika. But yeah, after they left the game, it was just down to me, AJ, and Eldora. Basically, Android Mom and her 2 rowdy, lizard and rat kids. Because Lavender is absolutely the moral core, or at least the grounded center of our group. Because AJ's best guy, Tesmeret, just wants to blow everything up. And Sarkid likes building things and also blowing things up. So, when Leaf left, we did a story, basically a story beat, where they stole our ship once we made it to our first checkpoint and left us stranded. So that we had to seek help from basically a mafia. And that's where we got another person to fill the spot. Someone named Manda, who was playing another Vesk commando named Vara, but she was more on like the stealth and guile spectrum of being a commando, rather than the brawny, like, hit stuff with sword, throw grenades type of thing. And she stuck around for a while. She was really cool. But she also had a kid, and so had to frequently step away and sometimes just end up not coming back during the session. So, in the end, sadly, that didn't work out either. And Manda ended up having to leave the game too. So, like, the Starfinders just can't keep a fourth member. So then we continued just the three of us again. Until we brought in a kid named Roman. Very nice guy. Who we also added to our Kylos game. And we were getting ready to add him to the Starfinder game. And we had him sitting in on like 3 different sessions. As Marlon was like, this time we'll make it there and we can introduce your character. Roman. And like... Three sessions later, finally, we make it to the point where Roman's character is in the same room as us. He's unconscious on a table, and we're getting ready to bust up the joint and break him out of there. But then the session ended. It's been on hiatus for like... God, how many months has it been? I want to say it's been on hiatus for at least about 3 months at this point. It may be less. Maybe it's more like 2 months, but it feels like it's been a long time. Like, all of my D&D games were on hiatus. Because Eldora decided needed to focus more on her, like, college stuff. So, Kylos went on hiatus until maybe sometime in the near future. But it sounds like she's still really, really busy, so it may still be a really long time before Kylos comes back. Starfinder went on hiatus while Marlon was going to, because Eldora went to China to visit her parents, and then eventually Marlon went over there too to visit her and her parents, and he's back now, and so is Eldora, but they both had to move. And so now they're settling in, trying to figure out what they can make work at this point. And very possible Starfinder may come back sometime in like the next couple of weeks. Hopefully. However, Weavers of Destiny, the game that my Gabo cleric is in, that one it may be a while longer, because we just had it's me, Stoic, and Eldora, and we had a fourth person, Ella Wren, the person who was playing the halfling wizard from Nyx, from Nyx one shots that I was talking about earlier, who was with Kazdor and them. He was playing the same character, but just slightly tweaked to fit Marlin's world. I guess he ended up wanting something a little bit more from the game. Something different. His thing about Marlin is that he's very, like... He can exposit for, like, a while. And he can make NPC conversations last a while. So we had a few sessions of some, like, exploration and some battle and stuff. And then it kind of cooled off as a bunch of sort of, like, other stuff started happening. Like, getting inducted to a part of a guild, talking to a bunch of, like, government workers who wanted to figure out what happened in the incident we were a part of, all that stuff. Getting ready to maybe go and be part of a magic school. And I guess she wanted things to move at a bit of a faster pace than that. And that's just not really Marlin's style. So they decided to... She stepped down from the game, but it's all on good terms. She's still good. She's good people. And I would definitely play another, like, I would definitely play another D&D game with her at some point. So now, the only problem with that is that her character was kind of tied up a little bit in the plot of what was going on, of what was starting to happen right before she stepped out of the game. So now, like, we have to find another player to take over her spot, figure out how to kind of sunset her character, or just back up to a point where and kind of just retcon it and start over. Yeah, it can be, honestly, like, all the people we ever played with, they were awesome. It's just, it sucks that there's disagreements and things get in the way. They have to, like, step away. Kind of the other part of it too, and this is not an indictment on, like, Marlin or anything like that, but life does get in the way for him a lot, which Totally understandable. Totally get it. But a lot of his sessions were also basically, if you're gonna play at Marlin's table, you have to learn to be very patient because sometimes we'll have several regular scheduled games, and then it will start to get infrequent for a little while for various reasons. Again, I'm very patient. I'm just there because I want to hang out and we're having fun. I like the people that I'm playing with, and it's a fun adventure. So I will patiently wait. Silly people with their lives and responsibilities, right? I will patiently wait until I can once again cause space rat chaos. Like, D&D itself is just kind of a wild concept, because getting, 3 to, or 4 to 5 to even 6 sometimes, separate adults to all agree to hang out on the same day on a regular basis that can all find time for it is in itself an achievement. But they do it because they just want to hang out and have fun. That's like the core of it. That's why I never get wrapped up in, oh man, I haven't had a D&D in a while. Screw those guys for making it hard for that to happen. The other thing is that, I can tell that Marlin feels bad anytime, he hasn't been able to, do a session for us. That's also part of why I'm super easygoing about it. Modern life is so isolating for many of us, it's worth being... Yeah, absolutely! That one. Ever since I started playing, I love D&D. I pretty much love everything about D&D, so I'm I'm willing to make the sacrifice and wait. I mean, I love everything about D&D. Everything. Except writing backstories. I cannot lie. Writing a character backstory is far and away my least favorite thing to do for any of my characters ever. That's why I'm so happy with Nick. He's just yeah, write a paragraph, whatever. Just give a brief synopsis. You're basically setting the stage, and we'll fill in the rest as we in the game. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. Marlon usually wants at least, and I'm not saying that any way is better than another, although I do appreciate the brevity of the way Nick does it. But Marlon usually wants a pretty decent, like, still trying to be kind of succinct, but because he doesn't want to read overly long, like 10-page, where you're like in a novel's worth of backstory. But just something that explains stuff about your life, things that your character had gone through, people they might know, and what got you to the point at which your adventure begins, pretty much. Eldora, however, the same thing that makes her one of the most excellent DMs to be a part of one of her games for, also makes her like one of the worst people to write a backstory for. You basically like, I love playing Gareth. I love the world she's built for Kylos. But man, I've had to basically write Gareth's entire fucking biography. Mind you, it hasn't all been at once. I know so much about Gareth. So much about who he was before he found himself as part of Marlon's crew. However, it's something that helps her with the storytelling she's trying. The more she knows about your character, the more like hooks, and the more ways she can tie in the events of the story into things that affect your character. At least as far as how she operates. Because just that one... So, okay. The peek behind the curtain. The world of Alda, as you know it, didn't exist until it really got fleshed out for when Nick was making the game that we're a part of. The first couple of one-shots that we all did. I'm gonna use the character backgrounds, something I love so far. Makes me feel like I'm part of the world. Yeah! Because those first couple of one-shots that I was part of, basically, the kingdom, the locale of a town and a forest and the kingdom of Lucide existed, and then pretty much nothing outside of that. And then later on, we had the Contest of Champions, which fleshed it out a little bit more. Hey, there's a desert place called Kasan that my guy Kazdor came from originally as part of his backstory. There's the island nation of Jahara that hosted the fucking the Tournament of Champions, the Contest of Champions. And then, and Lucide's still out there somewhere. And then, finally, when Nick decided to just take this world that we've been running one-shots and shit in, and flesh it out into a full world, that's when all the rest of the locations and everything else became important. Hassan actually had a place where it was. Jahara, now it has a very particular place it is. Lucide's in a special place. South Sagaria is kind of a main focal point. But now there's like Northern Ryland, where there's Viking clans and stuff. That wasn't there before. It just existed as a patch of locations for one-shots that, because we kept having so many characters... Oh yeah, there was also a St. Patty's Day one-shot that Nick ran that I actually wasn't in, but Marlon and Eldora were. That took place out in that world too. But having all these connected dots through these one-shots, you just decided to flesh it out into a full world. That's how Nick does things. When Eldora runs a one-shot, like that horror mystery one-shot, she created an entire world and with a background and everything. With a history, all these different locations that we never went to, by the way. But they're there. All of this just for a one-shot that took place just entirely in a mansion in one city. Yeah. It is absolutely wild to see how different DMs handle different things. But yeah, that's the level of detail she puts in her stuff. At least when she's a DM. When she's a player, Eldora is just as much of a chaos gremlin as the rest of us. And it's honestly hilarious to see the disparity between the two sides of her. Came to rescue me. Thank you, Frog. The king awaits. Let us return to the castle. Thank thee, Chrono and Lucca. Hello, Rem. Thank you so much. Please join us. How are we today, Rem? Your Highness, yeah, I'm undamaged. That's the real Chancellor. Return to the castle. Okay, I see. Yes, aggressive derping. Gotcha. I'd be worried, Lean. That no good, Jackra. Personating me and kidnapping the queen? We must create a criminal justice system in this kingdom and do away with such fiends. I failed to protect Queen Lean. I have disgraced thee. Wrong. Is there something I can do for you, Rep? The derp is growing. The derp is growing. Derp explosion is imminent. Hit the deck! Huh? What happened? Princess Nadia. Princess Nadia. Chrono. It was awful. Can't recall it at all. I was somewhere cold, dark, and lonely. That's the void, Marl. Did you embrace it? Did you embrace the void? That's what it's like. Die? Welcome back. Welcome back, Princess Nadia. Risked your life to help me too, Princess Nadia? Chat is blue and is vibrating. So it is. Uh-oh. Guess you guys figured it out, huh? Sorry, Chrono. I didn't mean to deceive you. Are you okay, Rem? Do you need assistance with anything? Are you trying to tell me that you have too much energy? And you've come to tell me you have too much energy? Princess Nadia, father's King Guardia the 33rd. Really enjoyed being with you at the fair. If you had known my identity. Chrono, you wouldn't have shown me around the fair, right? I mean, yes, I would have. I mean, at that point, it's like, you may show the princess around. Chrono, that's why I like you. Real queen's safe, right? Let's go home, Chrono. The ribbon do? Strike +2. Oh yeah, we absolutely needs to keep the ribbon on. Thank you for being here, though, Rem. Making my chat blue and vibrate. Hey. I have a feeling that's all I'm going to get out of you. "'Twas a fault of mine which endangered the queen. I shall depart for good." "Indeed, your resemblance to the queen is uncanny." "Chrono, you have potential to be a good swordsman." See you later, Frog. Froggy, you weren't such a bad guy either. Oh wait, that's right, I was gonna heal first. I'm not gonna lie, like, for a long time, I just had, the derpy bubble dragon and, the uncanny Kiryu smile. And my little robot holding a heart, which is the only, the only completely original emote that I ever made using paint. But, those are my favorites for a long time out of my emotes. But ever since I actually made that, like, up-close, really aggressive derp face, that one has quickly become one of my absolute favorites. It's just, it's such aggressive, like, look at that energy! Or just like, what are you doing? Goddamn ethereal ghost cheeks! Oh my god. Yeah, he really likes them cheeks. Yes. Yes, this is the community that I want to build. Unironically, this is amazing. Oh my god. Damn, that Amogus is so fucking caked up. Holy shit. There's the Tyson Dumpy. I love that we have now seemingly created the lore that he really enjoys anything that is super caked up and throwing it back. Dude, why are you watching emote aggressively stare at something's ass cheeks? Because I've lost control of my life. What is that? Is that a fucking squid dumpy? He's too focused, he doesn't even see it what's coming up behind him. Well, I feel like I've done enough to entertain chat. Now chat is apparently entertaining me right back. Yes, now we go. Ape. Okay. We have breached the 3-hour mark, and you have to open tomorrow, so go a little bit further to get back into present day. And then probably save before what happens next. And then tomorrow, since we've been talking about it in like Nick's server, and it really got me thinking about we're talking about making games and like game creation engines and stuff. Oh, what the fuck is that? Made me remember a guy named Daniel Remar who had made a whole bunch of really fucking solid, awesome games in the early 2000s, made using Game Maker Studio. And tomorrow when I stream, I'm gonna check some of them out. Mostly just like a couple of really, really good ones. There's one really good one called EG that I want to show you guys. There's also another good one called Hero Core. And then there's one that I think is a lot shorter than all of the others. That's called Hyper Princess Pitch. but he's someone that's made some like really great games. And here we go. Your Highness, Princess, please call me Marl. Well then, Marl, observe! Wow! Look, you're amazing! Ain't it the truth? Oh, I mean... Enough with the false modesty. You have a real gift. I would trade my royal ancestry for your ingenious in a heartbeat. Well, if you say so. Anyway, I call this thing a gate. Kind of a portal that takes you to the same location in a different era. Gates are pretty unstable, so I use the principle behind my telepod device to create a gate key that we can use. Now we can use them as we please. Why did this gate suddenly appear? I call it a gate. I mean, yeah. People that lived in high fantasy medieval times. And they have exactly one scientific person among all of them. That's how gates work? Shut your dumb mouth! Why did this gate suddenly appear? Well, either the telepod had something to do with it, or something else made it. Also, I love that these are the kind of emotes I've had to resort to. I'm still waiting on the robot ones. Which you're getting closer, mind you. I actually got a one fully finished robot emote out of, like, the bunch. And the rest I've been promised are coming very soon. Getting pretty weird. At least let's head back to our own time. Alright. Chrono? So, you know, my Twitch channel and the Discord will soon have a new pack of robot-flavored emotes, which cover various expressions. Though at this point, will probably never be as grand as Aggressive Derp or Marlin the Arizona T-Man. I mean, no, Larman the Larman the Arizona T-Man, also known as Choices. Chrono, Lucca, why don't you come home with me to the castle? I'd like you to come over for dinner. Sorry for putting you through all that, Marlo. You joking? That's the most fun I've had in months. That's the most fun I've had in months. I got erased from existence for a little while. New lore was established this weekend. It was. I have some new friends too. Dude, the shit that happened last night and what I woke up to this morning or popped into Discord this morning just fucking made my day. It had me fucking cracking up all day long just thinking about it. I'm like, huh. Surely Eldora didn't make... Surely she just changed her server profile to Larman the Arizona. Oh no, it's... Oh no, that's her global Discord PFP. Oh no. Well... And now Marlon has to see that every day. My elven eyes see everything.
Today is fine day in California. Huh?
Shoot! Between you and me. This is between us. Don't tell Marlon, but he's basically... He's a super good sport about it, and he says that he finds the whole thing really funny. Not that he would ever admit that in front of Rem. Yeah, that's right. We already got the Chrono clone. Prize. Yes. Yeah, I know he gets really flabbergasted and flustered a lot of the time. And I will admit, sometimes even I worry a little bit that he's going to get, like, legit angry at some point. But he really enjoys playing the straight man. I can't believe you do that. This is so cursed and I hate it. Type guy. We're back! A dinosaur story. Anyways, y'all. I think I'm gonna know more about Larman so I can create a meme scene for him. Well, he's made of Arizona green tea and he likes floating rats. That's two things. Yeah. Thanks for joining me tonight, everybody. Everyone who's here. Ribbons, Rem, Rise for a while. You're all very wonderful people, and I very much always enjoy having you guys here. High Priest of the Arizona Temple. Fucking hell. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye now.